Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and I am located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. It's a beautiful Sunday here with the snow falling down, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, so it's exciting also. It's a great American tradition, right? So I hope you guys are enjoying this and you're getting ready to watch the Super Bowl this afternoon. Hi, Yethan. Nice to see you. Um, I'm here to answer your immigration questions. So, as I was saying, we're located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, but our clients are located all throughout the United States, from California to Texas to Minnesota, Colorado, D.C., New York, Florida. So we have literally clients all throughout the United States. And this is because immigration is a federal practice. And that means that your lawyer has to be licensed and in good standing. So that just means that there's no disciplinary actions against them, and that the bar is finding them okay to continue to practice law. So that means that your lawyer can be located anywhere, be in good standing in the U.S. And if you're comfortable with them, you can be literally anywhere in the U.S., not where your lawyer is. You can even be international as well. Again, my name, if you're just joining us, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. We're located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. And we can help you no matter where you're located. If you would like to call us for a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. It looks like we have a good number of people joining here. So in case you get kicked off on one social media platform, so we're on TikTok and we are on Facebook right now. So we're live streaming on both TikTok and Facebook. So if you get kicked off of one platform, feel free to join on a different one. Hi, Yethan. Hi, Beauty. Yethan, nice to see you also. I'm doing well. Yethan is asking, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Hi, Kemi. Nice to see you. And this is an opportunity for you to type in your immigration questions, and I'd be happy to answer them. I do want to say, I have some questions coming in already on TikTok. I do want to say that what we talk about right here, it's not privileged and confidential, right? So I don't have all of the information about your case. So I will do my best to answer them. But if you would like attorney-client privilege, information that's tailored specific to your case, I would suggest calling our office and we can do a consultation. We're at 703-348-1663. Also, our consultations, if you're worried about where you're located, our consultations are done by Zoom. That's my preference. They're done by Zoom. Or we can do it by phone. Either way is fine. We can talk about your case. I can ask you the questions that I need to give you your immigration options. And then we will go through kind of the process that's involved and the options that are involved, and everything like time frame, and what documents are required and things like that as well. And it's an opportunity for you to ask me what you need, and for me to ask you what I need to be able to give you your best options. All right, so it's going to be kind of one-on-one like this if we do it by Zoom, but I'm happy to do it by phone also. And then if you're located near me, or if you want to come down to the DC area, I would be happy to meet with you in person as well. Obviously, we are social distancing in our office, and my preference is to do it by Zoom or by phone. But if you would like to meet me in person, we can meet you in our office as well. Yethan is asking, he has a question about case processing time. Go ahead. You can go ahead and put that in. I'm happy to answer you on that. Hi, Rajat. Hi, Barman. Rajat is saying, I need help with a K-1 visa. Great. We help. We work with a lot of clients that are applying for K-1 visas. So feel free to reach out to us. We're at 703-348-1663. Hello, Abhishek. Hi, Mithal. Hi, Vipsoza. Hi, Abzal. Hi, Prakash. Hi, Ravi. Hi, Deepmala. Nice to see you. Hi, Diane. Great. So Yethan has a question about case processing time. So while I wait for him to type his question in, let me just talk to you about, many people have these questions about case processing times. So the way you can find out about the case processing time for your case, you can go to just Google USCIS case processing time, and it'll come up with a USCIS website. and you can put in the form number that you had filed. So let's say you're filing for citizenship. You can put in N400, the form number, and the office that's processing your case. And you can find that out to see which where you mailed out your application, or by the receipt notice will tell you, this USCIS Service Center is processing your case. So you can put that in, and then it'll give you the range for the processing time. So that's a great way for you to find out sort of how long it's going to take. Because sometimes we sit here, and I know how you feel, and a lot of our clients feel this way too. You're sitting here kind of waiting to get some kind of notice from USCIS. You don't know if it's been too long or too less. You don't know if this is a reasonable amount of time, because sometimes it takes several months. So as kind of a general rule, once you file your case, for our office, it's taking between 3 weeks and 4 weeks to get a receipt notice. So the receipt notice is something that USCIS sends us after we mail in our case. They send it to us. It's about 3 to 4 weeks before we get it in our office. That's the general time frame. It can vary. And that will have kind of your case information, and it'll give you a number where you can track your case and see where they are in processing. So Yethan is saying, why did they change processing times at the Potomac Service Center? Now it says 1 week to 7 months for a green card holder. They constantly update it, Yethan. I don't know the exact reason, but they're constantly updating it. And so now we have a new administration, new staffing, and so new processes, new internal processes and systems may have been put into place. And maybe that's why they're saying 1 week to 7 months for a green card holder. So they try to be as current as possible, but as we know, that site is not always up to date. So it's not exactly right, but it's just kind of a general time frame for you to realize, okay, hey, am I within normal processing times or am I not? Right? If you're way outside, let's say your case has been pending for a year and a half, 2 years, and the processing time says 1 week to 7 months, then there are other steps you can take to move your case along. Okay. Stephen is asking, how about a marriage visa? Yeah, so there are different ways to file a marriage-based green card application, right? So if you are a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you can sponsor your spouse. And if your spouse is abroad, there's one process. If your spouse is located in the U.S., there's a different process. So, Stephen, let's assume, I don't know where your spouse is located. If you want to put it in, I can tailor my response to your question. But essentially, if your spouse is located abroad, you file a form here in the U.S. It's called the I-130 form. And that form basically verifies your status. So you have to either be a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. So you prove, yes, I am a U.S. citizen, or yes, I am a green card holder, and that you're married. So you can, show one with your marriage certificate, but then all of the other things that would be typical in a marriage, like joint apartment, joint lease, joint mortgage documents, joint bank accounts, joint credit cards. If you're just married and you don't actually live together yet, you're waiting for your spouse to come in. You might have your wedding invitation. You might have your photos. You might have receipts for your engagement ring. So different things to show that you're actually married. And that, those documents aren't kind of set in stone, so you can change them around. But what you're trying to prove that you're actually married, and it's not just like a paper marriage for immigration purposes. So that's what we're trying to show. So you would do that, send that in. That gets approved here in the U.S. And then once that's approved, a case is open for you at the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center kind of collects all of the documents that they need. So they'll give you a list, you fill out an application, they'll collect all the documents that they need, you hit submit. And then the case gets transferred over to the embassy where your spouse is located. An interview is scheduled, and your spouse will go in for the interview, take some documents with them. They have an opportunity to ask questions. Your spouse will get a visa stamp and be able to come into the U.S. So that process, if your spouse is located abroad, it's taking a couple of years. At least in our experience, it's taking at least 2 years, sometimes longer than 2 years. So, and right now with the coronavirus, to get that interview scheduled at the embassy has been a little bit challenging. So stay patient if this is the process that you're using. Stay patient. If you want to explore other options, call our office. We're at 703-348-1663. Yethan is saying, I submitted my file in January 2020 for a spouse, and I still haven't received anything. Do you think that's outside of normal case processing time? So Yethan, I don't remember. I know that we've chatted on here before. I don't remember if you're doing adjustment of status or consular processing. So if it's January 2020. Yes, it seems like it likely, if you haven't even received a receipt notice for your case, that seems that would be an issue. But, if you are waiting, if you've consular processed, you've gotten your receipt notice, an interview hasn't scheduled, that doesn't seem so far out just based on my experience. So I call our office, Jethan, or send me an email, and I'd be happy to look that up for you. Okay, we're at 703-348-1663. All right, so we have some questions here on TikTok, so let me go ahead and answer them here. Kay Kashan is asking, can we file a VAWA application without a police report? Yes, you can file a VAWA application without a police report. So we do VAWAs a lot. So VAWAs, for those that are unfamiliar, are for people. There are different types of VAWA cases. So one type of them is if you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. If you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, if you're married to us. Excuse me here. I'm like losing my train of thought. It's Sunday. My brain is a little shutting down here, right? So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you can file a VAWA application without your spouse's knowledge. So it's based on abuse. It's based on marital problems between you and your spouse. So you can file it without your spouse's knowledge. So Kay Kashan is asking, can we file a VAWA without a police report, right? So what we do, yes, absolutely. So a police report is not required for a VAWA application. It is absolutely not required. If you have one, it can be helpful, but if you don't have one, you can still apply for and receive a VAWA application. So this is if your spouse won't help you file your green card, if you have marital issues, if you're having problems with your spouse, if your spouse is threatening to withdraw an already filed green card application, you can do it even if there's no physical abuse, right? So if your spouse is hurting your feelings, putting you down, belittling you, is financially controlling you, all of these things are fine for a VAWA application, but they would not necessarily have a police report, right? So yes, absolutely. VAWA does not require a police report. If we can help you with your case, call our office. We're at 703-348-1663. All right, so I'm going to scroll up here and see which questions I can answer. All right. Hi, Abdul. Hi, Prakash. Hi, Ravi. Hi, Abhishek. Let's see. Hi, Hero Charlie. All right. Hi, Diane. All right. Okay. Mira is saying, my husband has a green card. Okay. Thank you for typing this in Hindi, and my Hindi is terrible, but I can understand a little bit. She's saying, mera kitna time lagaga, which means how much time will it take? So if your husband is a green card holder, and your husband filed your green card, so it depends, Mira, on whether you are located in the U.S. or if you're abroad. So if you're abroad, it's taking at least 2 years. So I would say an average time frame of 2 years if you're not in the U.S. right now and your husband filed for your green card. Just because of coronavirus, getting an interview with the embassy, all of that is taking a little bit of longer time. It takes less time if you are in the U.S. So if you're in the U.S. and your husband filed for your green card, you can do it here. Okay? I hope I understood that right. My Hindi is not very great. All right. Someone else is asking, Dear, my case processing time is almost gone, but I haven't heard anything from USCIS. What do I do? So we get this question all the time, all the time. So there's just significant delays right now. So the first thing is call USCIS, call the customer service center, and just ask them, what is your case processing time? What's going on? What's the update on your case? There's also something that you can file online if your case is outside of normal case processing times, and you can submit an inquiry online. So if you Google USCIS outside of case processing time, there's a website where you can submit an inquiry. So those are the first things I would do. Also, you can call our office, right? Maybe there's something wrong with the application you sent in. Maybe you sent it to the wrong location. Maybe you didn't include all of the correct documentation. So we can take a look at that and tell you if there's any kind of issue with the application you mailed in. We're at 703-348-1663. You'd need to schedule a consultation, and we'd be happy to chat with you at that point. Okay? All right. Hi, Majawal. Can I apply for an I-489? I think maybe you're thinking of a 589 or an I-485. Oh, I-485 is an adjustment of status application, which is a green card application, and that's for people that are located right here in the U.S. So call our office. We handle green cards all the time. We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Melissa. Someone is asking, how long for an EB3 from Nepal? How many years will it take to complete? So for the whole EB3 process, so we're actually helping someone from Nepal right now on an EB3 case. So the whole process, I'm going to say it will take 2 years. So EB3, for everyone that is unfamiliar with EB3, that's an employment-based green card application. So your employer is sponsoring you for a green card. Okay. So if your employer is sponsoring you for a green card, the employer has to take a number of different steps before you actually get to the green card process. So there's the first part of the application. I'm going to summarize here because this is very complicated. So if you want to find out more about employment-based sponsorship, or if you're an employer that's looking to sponsor someone for a green card, we can certainly talk about it in detail. And right now, I'm just going to give you a quick summary for all of those that are interested in an employment-based green card application. So the first part of it is the employer showing there are no U.S. applicants for the job. So that part alone is going to take, I'm going to say, at least 6 months, maybe longer than 6 months. So actually, no, sorry, it's close to a year. It's going to take close to a year because we have to get a prevailing wage determination. We have to go through a recruiting process. So all of that is going to take close to a year. Then the rest of it, you can premium process. And for Nepal, I don't know what the wait list is right now off the top of my head, but I remember at some point was current. So current meaning a visa is available right now. So at the point that we filed, it was current. So take a look at that. It's the visa bulletin. You can kind of check the visa bulletin. It's issued every month by the Department of State, and it tells you kind of how long the wait time is based on your country of application. This is for family-based and for employment-based application. So you can check that Google visa bulletin, and it's issued by the State Department every single month, and you can check it, and it will tell you exactly. How long they are taking, or it'll tell you what date they're currently processing. So EB3 from Nepal, it's not too long of a wait. If it's not current, it's not going to be too long of a wait. Okay, if we can help you, call our office. We're at 703-348-1663. Just remember, for any employment-based application, there's a lot that happens before you actually file for and receive your green card. There's a pretty complicated process in the beginning. All right, 703-348-1663. Hi, Park. Oh, we have a number of questions here. Okay. Let me flip back to Facebook here. Bobby Dino Mason is saying, since my interview, we did not hear from USCIS. Let me check this. Sorry, I don't actually see your whole question. Since my interview, we did not hear from USCIS. Okay. You can call and check. So sometimes after your interview, you get put into administrative processing. just based on, they may have some questions from your interview. Maybe you didn't have the correct documentation. Maybe you answered something that raised suspicion. So there's lots of reasons why it could maybe have been put in administrative processing. So call USCIS. You can check your case status online, see what's going on. And if it's outside of normal case processing times, I would submit an inquiry. But there are also other options. So if we can help you with that, call our office. We're at 703-348 1663. All right. Sorry, I apologize. It's much easier to answer these questions on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, we're at Agarwal Immigration. I would suggest logging in there just because it's clearer here. Okay. D is saying, how long will it take for USCIS to reschedule a biometrics appointment? I would say within 1 to 2 months, we're receiving a reschedule notice. So that's how long it will take, likely. Okay, we're at 703-348-1663. If we can help you with a consultation and answer your questions one-on-one, I'd love to be able to do that. Hi, Neelan. Hi, Obi. Hi, Asaneth. Let's see. Hi, Kamal. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Brock. Hi, Ria. Hi, Ismail. All right. Laiba is asking, my family's visa had been filed in April 2013, accepted and approved in March 2020, but they haven't, your question got cut off here, but they haven't, I'm assuming, they haven't gotten an acceptance letter. So it depends, right? So we've had the situation a couple of times. So, call our office. We're at 703-348-1663. They haven't, that's happened. So it's sometimes gone to a different address. If you've moved, make sure you've updated your address with USCIS. If your family is located abroad, the approval letter is likely going to go to you here. They're not necessarily going to receive one there. So you can check. You can also call the National Visa Center to see if a case has been opened for you. So there's different things that you can do, but your family is not necessarily going to get their own correspondence. So if we can help you, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Hartan is saying, if I had an interview, but I still didn't get my green card, and now we have an issue between us. Yes, so this happens quite a bit. This is not uncommon, and I'm sorry to hear that. So if you had a spousal-based green card interview, and now you're having marital issues, we can convert that. You can self-petition, right? So we could file a different application for you based on the fact that your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and now you're having marriage issues. So we can help you self-petition. So we can ask them to kind of hold that application that you've already filed and file a different petition in the meantime. We could ask you to do that, or you can file a whole new application. Because you can still wait. You can wait if you've already had your interview. If your marriage was not just for immigration purposes, and you've proven that, you can wait and see if a green card will be issued. But just so you know, if you've been married less than 2 years at the time that you received that green card, you will have to remove conditions in 2 years. So you'll get a conditional green card, which is good for 2 years. This is only if you've been married less than 2 years at the time of receiving that green card. You'll get a conditional green card, and then in 2 years, you have to apply to remove conditions on that green card. Okay, so if you're having marriage issues, that could be problematic because your spouse is not necessarily going to help you. Your spouse is not necessarily going to help you apply for and receive that green card. Okay, so what I'm going to suggest that you do is maybe call our office. So we can either have you go straight to that 10-year green card so we can reapply. You can self-petition. So we can do it on your own without your spouse, and it's going to be based on the marital issues that you are having with your spouse. So as long as your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you will qualify to self-petition based on marriage issues, based on your marital problems that you are having. You may qualify to self-petition. Okay, so call our office. we can go straight for that 10-year green card. So you don't have to get that 2-year green card and then, apply later on, or hope that your spouse will help you with removing those conditions on that 2-year green card. Okay, so this doesn't mean, again, it doesn't mean you have to get divorced right now. It doesn't even mean that you have to separate right now. But if you are having marital issues, you may qualify to self-petition. We're at 703-348-1663. Yes, Hardan, he's asking, so can I apply for a VAWA? Yes, it's a VAWA self-petition. If we can help you, if you or someone has this issue, their spouse either filed for them and are no longer wanting to help with that green card process, or you're having marriage issues and your spouse has never filed even, we can help you self-petition if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. We're at 703-348-1663. So, Hartan, if, I want to analyze your case and make sure you qualify, but if you're having marriage issues and you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, we might be able to help you self-petition. So we're at 703-348-1663. Call our office. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have our Calendly link there. You can self-book your own appointment. Okay? Let's see. Ria saying, my husband applied for a waiver last year, so I want to ask you, how long has it been taking? I'm not sure what the waiver is for, so call us. So it could be a waiver, or it could be a waiver, like a extreme hardship waiver. I'm not sure if that's what it is, or if he applied for some other kind of waiver. So call our office. I'm not sure about the details of your case. We're at 703-348-1663. Neelan is saying, can I speak to you, please? Yes, absolutely. Call us. You can speak to you by Zoom, or we can speak to you by phone. Or if you're in our area, I'd love to speak to you in person. Obviously, we're social distancing, but yes, absolutely. For a consultation, we charge $150. And I definitely would love to chat with you, and I can go through all your immigration options. We can be one-on-one, and it's completely confidential. We're at 703-348-1663. All right. Chanthalayan is saying, my boyfriend has asylum and I'm a U.S. citizen. Does he have to leave the country? Well, one, we can, if you are ready to get married, right? If you're ready to get married, your boyfriend has asylum and you're a U.S. citizen. If he entered illegally, we can still potentially help him apply for and receive his green card right here in the United States. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen, if you have asylum pending, we can still help you potentially to receive your green card right here in the United States. The whole process would occur without you leaving the U.S. So Chantalayan, call our office, because we could do a self-petition for your boyfriend, and it won't matter. It won't matter if he had an illegal entry. Okay? And again, before we do that, I want to make clear you would have to be married, right? We have to do a family-based petition, so you have to be married or be ready to get married. All right? We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Obi. Hi, Hardat. Hardat is saying, hi, good day. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm enjoying the snowfall, and I'm getting ready for the Super Bowl, which I'm going to tell you guys, I don't really watch football, but my husband really loves football. So I like the atmosphere and the environment, and I will watch it with him. I had to even ask, and you're going to laugh at me, I don't even know who's playing. I have no idea. But I enjoy the environment. Okay, Chantalina is saying, okay, I will call you. Thank you. Ambera is saying, hi, I applied for my husband 6 months ago. He is in Dubai, and I have not received an approval yet. I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, Dubai does not actually process green cards, right? So that office is not where that U.S. embassy does not process immigrant visas. I have a client there, and we have to go to Abu Dhabi. So that's something you might want to just look at. We're at 703-348-1663. Derek is saying, can I buy property in the US on a B1, B2 visa? I would have to look that up. I actually don't know that off the top of my head. I believe that I believe you may be able to, but that's based, property ownership can be based on state law, so it's not necessarily an immigration issue. But I would have to look that up and check that for you. Okay. All right, guys, it's about a half hour. It's been fun hanging out with you today on a Sunday. Watch the Super Bowl. If you're here in the US or even abroad, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And if we can chat with you, if you would like to schedule a consultation with our office, we're at 703-348-1663. All right, take care. Bye. Sorry, Bobby. Bobby's saying, can I call you today? You can call our office today and leave a voicemail. Unfortunately, our office is not open. I'm not doing consultations today, but we have some openings for tomorrow, and I would love to schedule you then. So if you call our office, leave a voicemail, and we will call you tomorrow and get you on our calendar. Okay? All right. Bye, everyone.